It was almost a year and a half ago, December of 2019, when Old Dominion introduced Rahne as only the second head coach in program history. But with COVID-19 wreaking havoc all over the world, ODU opted out of its fall season, and Rahne still waits to lead his team onto the field for the very first time. A new year brings renewed hope. Spring practice is underway, and the countdown to a new era of Monarchs football is on. Welcome to this special edition of the Sports Wrap. We are talking the return of Old Dominion football. I'm Nathan Epstein. Good to have you along. We're joined by the head man himself, Rahne. And Coach, thank you so much for taking the time. I got to imagine with spring practice going on, it's got to feel pretty good just to be gearing up for a season again.
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, just being out there in practice, and obviously, you know, the weather's cooperated with us for the most part, and so it's been great to be out there in the sunshine with the guys and just getting after it. We've had some very physical and lively practices, which I think has been great. So it's just been good to be out there with the guys again, and all the coaches, and doing what we love to do.
You know, Old Dominion fans have not seen their team in almost a year and a half. Can you give Monarch Nation an overall sense of what kind of a team you're looking at a few weeks into practice, and simply what are the strengths and what are the areas that you see need the most improvement?
You know, I think we're still trying to evaluate some of that. We're trying to, you know, put these guys into as many situations as we can to where we can really see their strengths, see their weaknesses, and all those sort of things. I've just been happy with the team that goes out there and works hard every day. I know that's one of our major strengths, a team that is excited to play football. And I think that's something that's great.
You know, speaking of evaluation, by the time your team opens up against Wake Forest, you will essentially have almost had 2 years to prepare. You know, recruits and returning players, you know, having more time to learn the systems. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage in terms of just trying to set the foundation for the program you're trying to build?
We're looking at it as an advantage. You know, we're going to, you know, go out there knowing that we've had a ton of meeting time. We've been able to focus on the fundamentals and things like that, and I think that's been a key part of it. Obviously, the way you get better at football is by playing football, and so, you know, we've had to not had as many game reps and things of that nature, and some of those situations you just can't recreate. But in terms of actually the fundamental part of it, the being prepared, the X's and O's, all those sort of things, the strength development and things of that nature, I think that, you know, we'll be very well prepared, and overall I see that as a plus.
You were the offensive coordinator at Penn State. Your offenses were some of the best in the nation while you were there. That has ODU fans pretty excited. How has your offense been piecing itself together through 15 practices over the fall that you had when the program decided to opt out and now into the spring?
Yeah, I mean, I think all football is about rhythm and doing things and playing together, and just it's been a little hard to get a rhythm for both sides of the ball. And, you know, I mean, you got to work together, you got to communicate, you got to do those sort of things. So every single practice I see them get a little bit more comfortable with each other, a little bit more comfortable with the scheme of the system, the answers that are within it from offense and defense. So quite frankly, we got to you know, just keep playing together and keep making strides on those sort of things.
You know, I got to ask about the quarterback. You got 5 to choose from. 2 of them, Hayden Wolf and Stone Smart, have game experience. One of them, DJ Mack out of Norview, started against LSU in the Fiesta Bowl before he transferred from Central Florida. What have they shown so far, and what are you looking for out of these guys?
I've been very pleased with the quarterback position overall. There's a lot of growth between every practice, mainly decision making. The thing I'm really looking for is consistency. We've got to hit the plays that are there for us to take. You know, the easy yards that are there, we've got to be able to hit that consistently and all the time. And then, you know, we'll evaluate who's going to be able to create the most explosive plays after that. But we've got to hit the easy ones first. We've got to get our playmakers the ball and let them, you know, get the ball in space and that sort of thing. But in general, we've got to be able to hit those explosive plays, and that's going to be key. And they're all going to do it their own way. They're not all going to do it the same way. And we've got to just figure out what's best for our team and which guy fits best.
At least based on the recruiting class that you've had since you've been here, it seems like you have some pretty exciting guys, or guys who could be exciting. Tell me about the young guys that you've seen and what kind of plays they've been making through the spring.
We have a lot of guys who are quote-unquote young. Maybe they're sophomores listed, but they've been here for 3 or 4 years now because of what's gone on. So it's a little different in terms of that. But young guys, I mean, Isaiah Page at the wide receiver position has made a bunch of plays and really excited about what he's doing there. Isaiah Spencer at tight end as a little bit of a younger guy. He's made some nice plays for us and done some good things. I've been really excited in general about the secondary. Lamarion James, at corner has done some really good things as well. So just in terms of young guys, those are some guys who are standing out. And
Lamarion James made a ton of plays when he was at Indian River. I know a lot of people in Hampton Roads are excited to see him. Finally, Coach, anybody have the upper hand at quarterback so far?
Nope. I know it's your guys' job to keep asking me that question, and it's my job to keep giving you the same answer. So, no, those guys are battling, and they're going to continue to battle, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. I mean, hey, this summer is going to be big for them, all the way into summer camp. All those sort of things are going to be huge. They're going to keep battling, and I think that pressure is going to ultimately what is going to make them successful.
And, Coach, I appreciate you understand that I'm going to ask about the quarterback situation. I look forward to asking you next week as well. Coach, stick around. We'll come right back to you in a minute. Next up, we'll check in with Craig Loper on the practice field. This special edition of the Sports Wrap is back after this.
The last time we saw the ODU football team in real games back in 2019, the Monarch offense wasn't exactly impressive. The team averaged just 16 points per game, ranking dead last in Conference USA. And that's one of the main reasons Ricky Rahne was hired. He's tasked with revamping a unit that would like to put up numbers again similar to the high-flying days back in the Taylor Heineke era.
One specific area Monarch football fans could look forward to in 2021 that really hasn't been a thing with this offense in years past, usage of the tight end under first-year offensive coordinator Kirk Campbell.
Our tight end production has averaged 53 catches a year for 650 yards a year and 9 touchdowns over the last 4 years. So I would hope that we would be, in those ranges, and that's something that's important for us because, quite frankly, our tight end is a big part of our offense. The matchups, but also the ability to create different RPOs and things like that.
Take advantage of smaller bodies with their size and with their strength, and to be able to run past bigger bodies with their speed and their agility. So it's kind of one of those positions, if you recruit one and you got a good one, you better hold on to them because they're hard to find, and they're even hard to keep and develop. But like I said, I am super excited about those guys.
I'm Craig Loper for the Sports Wrap, and we're back right after this.
Wrapping up this special edition of the Sports Wrap with head coach Ricky Rahne. And, Coach, the spring game only 3 weeks away. We can't wait to see what your team looks like. Are your guys just excited to showcase what they got so far?
Yeah. I keep telling people, it's not necessarily going to be a spring game. It'll be more of a scrimmage. We're not going to split up into teams or anything like that. But our guys are ready. Anytime they get to come in the stadium, they love it. We had officials for the first time this past Saturday, which was good for them. So they're excited for the spring game, and overall it should be a great experience for them.
And, Coach, we're excited to see the spring game, actually the first spring game at the new SB Ballard Stadium. Countdown to kickoff is on, and Coach Rahne, we appreciate the time that you're giving us this week. We look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you so much for joining us on this special edition of the Sports Wrap. The Old Dominion football team is back. Spring practice is on. We'll catch you next week.